Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel Mission Net Physics Exam. And guys, in today's video we are going to discuss the effective strategy for your upcoming CSIR Net Physics exam preparation, or in general for CSIR Net exam preparation. And this is gonna be the last month strategy for the upcoming CSIR Net exam. Now guys, this video will be helpful for all the students. Even if you are someone who has just started the preparation like 3 months before, 5 months before, 6 months before, or who has recently started the preparation, or who is going to plan to just attempt this exam with the remaining time preparation. That means just in the remaining time you are going to prepare for the exam, okay, before the exam, and like you want to clear it, you want to crack it. So this video will help all the students, and we are going to consider each and every level one by one. We are going to talk about it, that what are the steps you should take now in the remaining time if your preparation is at the initial stage or you have already completed it. So what you need to do in this remaining time. We'll consider all the important points, and this is gonna be you can say an effective strategy for every one of you. You just need to see that what are the points which will work for you effectively, because all the points will be very important. But still, if you are finding few points which can work more better for you, so you can consider them a lot in comparison to the other points. But we will talk about all the levels and all the students here. Okay, so now let's start the discussion. Also guys, before starting the discussion, I'm just going to tell you one thing, that if you are new on this channel, that is Mission Net Physics Exam, then guys you can subscribe this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below this video, because once you will subscribe and after clicking on subscribe, you are going to get a bell icon there. Okay, you can click on that bell icon as well to get the notifications for the new upcoming videos which I will provide you on this channel. Also, we are soon going to start accomplishment series for your upcoming CSIR Net exam on this channel. So once you will subscribe this channel, you will you will click on the bell icon, then you will be able to get the notification for all the videos I will just provide you. I will upload in that accomplishment series, and that series will help you to cover up all the 9 subjects or the major portion we are trying to just cover in that series. There will be limited videos. That means in those limited videos we are going to cover up the major and the most important portion, which will help you to prepare very well for your upcoming exam. Clear? Also guys, if your friends are even preparing for the exam, what you can do, you can share this video with them too. Okay, let them know about this thing, that yeah, they can even prepare with the accomplishment series videos, and in just remaining time, in very less time, they will be able to know about all the subjects very well, and they will have a good level of preparation in very less time. Clear? And it's like always good to help others. So if you know someone, if your friends are also going to prepare for the exam, you can share this video with them too. Okay, now let's start the discussion. So guys, in this video we are going to consider the last month strategy. When we are going to talk about this last month strategy, there are going to be, students, we will just consider different levels. Okay, so level 1, when we are going to consider, in that level 1, we can consider the students, those who have already started their preparation, let's say 3 months before or 5 months before, like all those students we will consider in this level 1. Clear? Also level 2 we will consider, and in this level 2 we will talk about the students, those who have recently started the preparation or are going to start or are planning to prepare in just remaining time before the exam. So what are the things which level 1 student should prepare? Okay, and level doesn't mean by like the preparation you have completed or something like that, no, but it is just a category we are considering. Okay, so don't worry about that thing, that oh, that is level 1 and that is level 2. No, it's not like that. Now when we are talking about this category, Okay, in this category, there are students, those who have completed their preparation. That means they know about the subjects, they have prepared them, and now they want to know that what are the things they should follow, or what are the steps they can just follow in the remaining time, so that it will be like very much helpful for them. Clear? So let's talk about this thing first. Then I'm going to talk about this category, in which we will talk about the students, those who have recently started their preparation and they want to give their best, they want their result to be best, okay, with this much preparation only. So what are the things these students need to follow? We'll talk about that once we'll cover up this part. Okay, step by step we are just going to talk about both the categories. When I'm going to talk about level 1, for the level 1 guys, see, you have already completed your preparation, you know about the topics, you know about the important things, you know about those topics from where there are going to be great chances that you can expect the question in the exam. Okay, so you are basically familiar with the exam pattern, the type of questions, okay, the important topics and important things, everything. So what you need to do in this remaining time, exactly like you are just going to have just, you can say, 1 month approx, or even less than that. Okay, now, so when we are going to talk about level 1 students, guys, we are going to consider, we will not consider that, okay, you are just going to devote 24 hours in a day. No, we are just going to consider that out of 24 hours, let's say even you are going to sleep for 8 hours, okay, then minus 8, and after that even you are going to devote time, somebody can be college going, somebody can be just working. Clear? So in that case we can subtract like one more, let's say 6 hours from this one. Okay, so now what is going to happen, you are going to have the remaining hours. Let's just find it out, and accordingly we are going to talk about it after considering each and everything, that what exactly you need to do in this much time. And if you are someone who is going to devote like a your complete time you're just going to devote for the preparation, that's very good. You can just add or increase the duration, I will tell you, for a particular task. Okay, so that will be more beneficial for you. There will be some of the key points, you can say, or the smart tricks, smart ways, which I will include or I will let you know, okay, during this discussion. So when I'm talking about the remaining time, after considering total 24 hours, 8 hours for sleep, 6 hours if you are college going, if you are working, okay, for that even I will just take some extra hours here, so that if somebody is going to have like here 8 hours you want to consider, so you will be able to do that, don't worry. So here you are going to have 14 and the remaining time will be 10 hours. Clear? In 10 hours, because you have already completed your preparation, you know about the things and everything done. So in these 10 hours again we are just going to subtract 2 hours more. And why we are doing that? Because like for having food, okay, and like for other tasks and whole day, like wherever you want to consider these 2 hours, you can consider that. And after that you are just going to have remaining 8 hours. Clear? So we have subtracted 2 hours from here. Done? Now if we are going to talk about these 8 hours, now how you need to manage it. Clear? Let's talk about that. So guys, in this case what you need to do, there are total 9 subjects in physical science. Okay, if we are talking about physics, similarly for chemistry, for mathematical sciences, for like other streams, if we are going to consider, we will have different number of subjects, okay, as per our official syllabus. But here we are having total 9 subjects. Clear? So we are going to talk about this thing, that how these 8 hours you need to manage. Okay, we will talk about the weekdays, we will talk about the weekends too, that how you should manage it. So when we are talking about the 8 hours, now what you need to do, you need to consider it in slots. Okay, because sometimes some of the students can be okay when they are going to study for 2 hours together, or some of the students feel like, okay, I can just sit for 1 hour at a time and I just need a break after that. So we'll consider that scenario, because if you are going to study something for 1 hour or 1.5 hours and you take some break, you are just giving some time to your mind to relax and to adopt, or to just absorb the things you have studied, okay, to just retain it for a longer time. So that's very important. So we will consider that too. Here when we are talking about the remaining time, that is 8 hours, after excluding all the other tasks and like all the time you need for other things. So 8 hours, now what you need to do in that? See, we are considering that in the morning, okay, so in morning you are just going to consider 1 hour for revision, because you have completed your all the 9 subjects. And what you can do in this case, you can just select for weekdays. When we are talking about it, you can consider that okay, one day I will consider 4 subjects, or even if you are comfortable in considering 3 subjects, that's okay. Or if you want just 1 subject at a time, okay, that is all right, but not completely. Why? Because you can't skip all the other subjects for rest of the 8 days, okay, or just you will consider it one day and what about the other days? You can't do that, okay. So what you need to do, out of these 8 hours, if you are someone who just want to study 1 subject at a time, you can devote your 4 hours for that subject, and remaining 4 hours you will have to just divide, okay. How you need to divide that, we will talk about it. So in the morning, like, you need to devote at least 1 hour for revision, okay, for revision. Now here you can consider just 1 subject revision or multiple subject revision. I will give you some tips for doing the revision too, that how you should do it and what should be the steps you need to take for that, and everything I will let you know, okay. So 1 hour for revision, and when? Morning, okay. Now after that, what you need to do after that, you need to practice some questions, because at this time even the practice part will be very important. So what you need to do, you can devote your 1 hour for practicing questions. Clear? For practicing question. Now what are these questions which you will practice? Or even if you don't want to solve them because you have done that like so many times, you can observe the things, just analyze them. If you have already solved the questions so many times from previous years, I will not ask you to go for so many random things, because if you will start considering the random books or the new books at this moment, you may just keep on searching, you may just keep on just finding this thing that okay, what I should do, from which book I should prefer to solve the questions and all, okay. So that's not gonna be a good idea. So what is a good idea? That you can either solve the previous year questions from CSIR NET exam, or if you have completed them well, and if you have not done the GATE exam questions, you can consider that, okay. So GATE exam previous year questions, or one more thing you can do. What is that? See guys, the concepts from a topic which we consider, okay, they are going to be important concepts from where we get the questions in the CSIR NET exam, the GATE exam, or JEST, or TIFR, or some like which are the exams we are going to have for the like PhD entrance exams and all. So what you can do, see, we know there is a difference in the calculation, in the like length of the answer, okay. The way we are going to solve the questions, the way we are going to take the steps to solve them, okay. The time devotion we have to do, like we have to devote a time for JEST exam question and CSIR NET exam question, that can be different. But if you will start observing and analyzing the concept part, you will get like, okay, if this is a concept from where I have got the question in CSIR NET, then similar concept based question I can even have in the previous years. Like if you will just go through that part, you will get the concept which can be same in both the exams. So instead of solving like all the or taking all the steps, you can start observing the steps or just the concept involved there, okay, instead of going for like a lengthy solution and all. Because if you will do it completely, it will be time taking. So within just 15 minutes you may try, or you may just do one question. But right now this is the time when you have to be careful about the time you are devoting to one particular thing. So I would say, instead of going for those exams complete answers, focus on the concept part. Read the question, think about the answer, think about the concept you are relating, think about this thing that okay, if you have to solve it in the exam, what are the steps you will take. And then if you are having the solved answer, you can check it out and you can see whether they are taking the similar exam steps, or you were thinking right, you were considering right or not, or if it is like little bit different way they have considered, you can get new ideas, and these ideas will help you a lot to solve the new questions in the exams. Okay, and that's gonna be very, very, very important. Clear? That's what you can do if you have already completed your preparation. This thing is for this category. Okay, so 1 hour you need to do practice, and I have given you many choices, many options, and how you need to do that, that's also something we have considered. When you are doing the GATE or CSIR NET exam previous year questions from a particular topic or a concept you have already studied, okay, or a subject, what you need to do, you need to solve it completely if you didn't do that. But if you have already considered and you just want to go through because you have solved them many times, then you can analyze. I hope it will be clear to you. Okay, next point. So 1 hour you need to devote for revision in the morning time and 1 hour for practice. And try, if you are having enough time, okay, like you are devoting complete time for the preparation, or you are having enough time, try to consider the slot before like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, so before that you will try to devote these 2 hours, 1 hour for revision, 1 hour for practice. And if you are someone who devote too much time for revising the things, like you are just going to sit and you are going to read, okay, this is the point, okay, this is the point, okay, this is the point, like that, you are devoting too much time. You need to be fast. You need to consider like, okay, this is now my target, that within 30 minutes I need to cover this much portion, or I need to complete one subject revision. Initially when you are making this target, you may take more time. Okay, you may consider 40 minutes, 45 minutes, or you may take even more time. But when you will keep on practicing it, when you will work on increasing the speed of revision, okay, doing the revision and getting the points well too, it doesn't mean that you just need to work on the speed. You also need to work on this thing that you are getting the points. Okay, after this, what you need to do, you need to consider rest time in such a way that, again, this is one subject revision you have done. Okay, that's gonna be best if you can manage it. So one subject you have considered in this 1 hour. Okay, after that you will again consider 1 hour here. Okay, again, what you need to do, if you are okay in considering 1.5 hours together, you can do that. And if you want to make the slots of 1 hour, that's too okay. Clear? Again, 1 hour revision, another 1 hour, done. Now after taking like half an hour break, if you want to consider, and if you don't want to consider the break, then you can do one thing, that half an hour practice questions. Clear? Just half an hour practice. Clear? Now after that, what do you need to do? After practicing, you will again start considering revision part. So till now we have managed 3.5 hours while we are having 8 hours. Okay, here you are considering second subject. So it was first subject, now it is second subject. Clear? Now for second subject, you are just considering less time, but if you want, you can increase it too. If you want, like, okay, I'm considering here mathematical, I have done the mathematical physics questions, then I'm considering classical, I will do the classical mechanics question. So in this way, even you can see that you can manage your 8 hours for 4 different subjects, revision and practicing questions too. So this is something for the weekdays you are considering. Okay, for weekdays, that means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Okay, Saturday I think you will consider as weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, if it will be possible, that's very good. Then for 5 days you can consider this thing. And one more thing, if you want to increase the number of subjects any day, let's say in alternate manner you want to complete your all known 9 subjects, so 4 subjects in a day, okay, and 5 subjects in other day, and those subjects can be the subjects in which you can either decrease the practice time for any particular subject and you can do the revision, okay, or increase the subjects we are revising. Done. So that's how like you will be able to do it. Also, one more thing you need to keep in mind, that is, let's say you are just going through your formula notebook when you are revising the concepts, how you need to revise now. So you have, I hope you have prepared your formula notebook, which I just keep on suggesting to everyone, even if you have watched my previous videos and like the things we have discussed there about the preparation and all, I have suggested to make a formula notebook, practice notebook and all. So I hope if not properly formula notebook, any notebook you have made where you have noted down the short notes and all. So try to go through that. And let's say some formula you are finding difficult, so what you need to do, you need to just like either just put a sticky note there so that directly you can check it out anytime when you want to revise. And if possible, every day you can consider before you are going to sleep whatever formula in this complete time, okay, when you were revising, you were practicing, you were revising, you were practicing. So whatever like formula you were finding difficult or formula based question you were finding difficult, you need to revise it before you will go to sleep. Okay, so that's gonna be important. Also guys, when you will you may have a point that when we are revising, when we are practicing, revising, practicing, so how and why we are doing it like this? See, when you are revising something, either you will do related questions or that particular subject questions or like all subjects questions together. So when you are doing these questions, you may face some difficulty in some concept, so you can just consider that in revision when you will just move towards the next slot. Okay, same thing when you will just do the practice once again, you will get the points where you are finding something difficult. Then again in next revision slot which you are considering for yourself, you can do that revision. Okay, so that's how like you will be able to make a good command on the concepts you were facing difficulty in, okay, when you were practicing the related questions. So that's how you are going to work on the weak points along with like this part of your preparation. Clear? So that's how this will work. And I hope for this category now you will have a clear idea that on everyday basis what you need to do. What about weekends? So if you are considering Saturday and Sunday you are having more time which you can devote for your preparation, I will suggest you one thing: try to revise all the 9 subjects like on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, and if you are considering only Sunday as your like off from college and for your workplace, done, then on Sundays try to revise all the 9 subjects. If you want to reduce the practice time on Sunday, you can do that, but try to revise all the 9 subjects together. Okay, so that will help you to make a good command. And the number of times, now you will say, if I have revised something and I have completed the revision for a particular subject, should I continue that? So yes, the number of times you will do the revision, that's gonna be very, 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 very good. Okay, so you should do that. And now we are going to talk about the category 2. Clear? So when we are going to consider, and if you are having any questions still after knowing about this complete strategy, okay, for category 1 students, if you are having any doubt, you can just comment about it in the like below this video, and I hope you will get the reply soon. I will try to reply you for that. Done. Now let's talk about level 2. Level 1 we have already completed. So when we are going to talk about level 2 guys, in this case, when you are just going to start your preparation, what you need to do? See, you need to consider few things because you need to take the selected things now. Okay, now you can take an example that if you will start working on each and every point, we all are having a tendency that if we are finding there is something, we just try to consider that I want to know everything, because if I will know everything, my chances of growing will increase a lot. But you should also know about one more point. It's good to know everything, but as per the time you are having, okay, you need to be in the safe zone. And at that time, if you can't cover up each and everything from each and every direction, you should work on the most important and the main points, which will help you to just like get good marks and to clear the exam, to crack it. Now, for example, if there is a river, okay, you want to cross it. Done, you want to cross that river. Now, what you need to do for that? You are having just 5 minutes, and in those 5 minutes, you are having so many things, okay, which are just like in the surroundings nearby you, and you can put anything from there. Done. But the weight will be more if you will consider all the things from there, and some of the things there are going to be which will be the life-saving things, okay, which can help you to cross this river easily and will help you a lot to just be safe all the time, okay, in any situation. So what you will do, because you can't carry everything, okay, in less time, you can't carry that, like you can't even put all the things in this much time. So what you will try to consider the important things for you, which can save your life, which can save you in any situation. Okay, whatever situation will be there in the river, whatever case is gonna be there, done. So you will try to consider the important things. Okay, so in the same way, the life-saving things you need to consider when you are preparing in less time. I hope the point will be clear to you. When we are going to talk about those life-saving things, what you need to do now. So guys, now I'm going to tell you what you exactly need to do, and it will be effective strategy. And if you believe, the first question anybody will ask you when somebody is telling you about some of the important points is, do you believe you can do it? If you are saying yes, I can do it and I believe in it, then that it will be possible for me to just clear this exam or to do anything you want to do. So yeah, it will be possible for you. Okay, and when you are going to start believing, your, you can say, dedication part, your determination and your positive like vibe about it, that will increase. Okay, that you will have more confidence on yourself that you can do it, and that is required. This is like lack of confidence is one of the biggest reasons, I would say, like according to me, you can consider it, that is responsible for less marks in this exam, or for just not getting good marks, you can say. Clear? So let's continue the discussion about the level 2. When we are going to consider the level 2, now what is going to happen? See guys, in this case, what you exactly need to do, you need to take the life-saving objects. Okay, or here what we mean by objects, this is just related to the topics you need to prepare, the steps you need to take and all. So what you need to do, first of all, you will have limited time. Okay, limited time, that means you are having approximately 1 month, but I will consider that you are having very less time, and we will just consider approximately 25 days, or we'll just try to even consider less days. And how we will make the plan, let's have a look at that. So this is going to be a strategy for the students, those who are recently going to start their preparation. So let's talk about it. See guys, first thing you need to know about the exam is what are the topics, what are the points which are very important, and from where you can expect the question. For that, I will suggest you to go through the question papers, the previous year question papers from 2011 to 2019, the last exam you had. Done. In this case, what will happen? First of all, let's say you need to start with the subjects you find quite easy and just try to complete them in very less time. Okay, less time means what? We are having total 9 subjects. Okay, if we are considering 25 days, okay, that means you are having 25 days. That means you can consider that some of the subjects will be there. You can devote 3 days for them. Or if we are going to consider that we are just going to consider for a safer side, it's better to consider 2, okay, days for each subject. And you are going to have 18 days you need for like overall preparation. Done. So when you are considering 18 days overall, what are the remaining days? If you are considering 25 days you are having for preparation, 7 days. Okay, done, to just complete 25. Now that means in these 18 days you are going through all the 9 subjects, but how you have to do it and how you will do it. Since you are just going to devote 1 month, I will consider that in a day, after considering 24 hours, like total 8 hours, you can consider, let's consider just once again, 24 hours, okay, minus 8 for sleep, and because you need a good amount of sleep, okay, and whatever requirement is there, okay, because every person can have different requirement. Somebody can feel more refreshed even after taking 4 hours sleep. Somebody may need 6 hours, somebody may need 8 hours. Also, we can consider 8 hours will be okay for everyone. Okay, and if you need less, that means you will have more time to prepare. So 24 minus 8 minus, if we are even going to consider 6 hours for someone who is just college going, who is working, okay, so even after that, how much time you will have? You will have 10 hours. So we will consider that 10 hours you are having in easy way, clear? And that much time if you are having, now how you need to manage these 18 days for all the 9 subjects preparation. Guys, there are few subjects which are having just you can say some topics on which you need to work, which you need to know. Okay, so when we are going to work on those topics, that means for that particular subject you need less time. And when we are considering 9 subjects, 2 days each subject, but still you are not finding it enough for any subject, you are having 7 extra days. Now what you need to do, let's talk about that. See guys, if I'm talking about the 9 subjects and 2 days for each subject, you will have 10 hours, okay, which you can devote in a day. Now, if we are going to consider these 10 hours we need to devote, and we need to do the best possible preparation. Also, what will be the planning for each day, I will tell you, okay. Also, including these 10 hours, like you will have on Saturday and Sunday, on weekends you may have more time, clear, so you can just add that too on those days. Now when I'm considering each day planning, so I'm going to consider that you are going to have, let's say, in the morning, what you need to do when you are starting. See, day 1, this is gonna be for any subject, okay. So day 1, because you will have 2 days for each subject in general. Day 1, when you are starting, you need to go through previous year questions. Just go through them, don't solve them, just go through, okay. Like in general, also as I have told you that you will consider the subjects initially in which you are having good command, you find them interesting, you find them like, yeah, you can cover up them in less time. So try to cover those subjects initially, okay, because you will have a confidence that you know them, and that confidence will keep on increasing when you will keep on completing those subjects. So day 1 for any subject, let's say subject number 1, clear. So first subject when you are considering, so what you need to do for this time, now on day 1, firstly you will go through previous year question. I'm not asking you to devote so much time and just solve it, sit and solve, no. Max to max 30 minutes will be okay, just go through it, clear, or even less than that you need. Just go through, and from where you can get the 2011 to 2019 previous year questions on CSIR Net official site. You can get it easily. You just need the question paper, and if you will have the solved question papers, that's too very good, okay. So if you are not having any solved question papers, then you can just go and check on the official site of CSIR Net exam, clear. Now when we are considering 30 minutes for just going through the previous year questions, this will provide you an idea what are the topics which are very important and from where there are great chances that you can expect the question, okay. After knowing about that, now you need to, let's say you are going to select the 5 or 8 most important topics, either 5 or 8 initially, because in each subject there are few topics from where the questions are going to get repeat. Okay, like if I'm talking about mathematical physics, in upcoming sessions when we will have even the accomplishment series sessions, I will provide you the information about it, like little more depth and all. So when I'm going to talk about mathematical physics, there you can expect the questions based on metrics. There you can expect the question based on complex analysis. There you can expect the questions based on differential equations, clear. So there will be like topmost five subjects from where the questions have been asked again and again, they have been repeated. So those the 5 topics you will select, okay. So select 5 topmost topics from the subject, clear. In this day 1 only, what you need to do, 5 topics, and in those topics also, when you are going through this previous year questions, all the previous year questions, you will get to know, okay, from this part I have got the question this in this year, then this year, then this year. So you are getting the idea that okay, I need to work on this. And when you are going through the previous year questions of that particular subject, not all the subjects and not all the questions of that particular subject you are considering in day 1. So what you need to do along with that, if you want, on a sheet you can note down the topics too, that it has been repeated these many number of times, to get a clear idea, so that you will not have to go through the question papers again and again, okay. So 30 minutes, and if you are finding it less, you can just consider it 1 hour. You can adjust the timing according to you, because everybody can have a different way of considering the things, and accordingly you can consider the time too, clear. So these 5 topics you need to go through. Now devote 1 hour each topic, devote 1.5 hours each topic, but I would say 1 hour will be more than enough if you know what you need to cover up. And for that thing, what you need to cover up, you have already devoted 1 hour or 30 minutes in the morning. Clear? So now those 5 topics you need to complete in day 1. Clear? And how? You just need to go through the selected points in that, from where the questions have been asked, you have just observed that and all. Clear? So in day 1, you will try to cover up all those topics, 5 topics from that particular subject. Let's say 1 hour each topic you have devoted, then you will have 5 hours you have devoted here. Okay? Or even if you have considered 1.5 hour for some topic, so I will consider, okay, you have devoted 7 hours. Done? 7 hours. And 7, and let's say somebody has devoted here 1 hour for observing and analyzing and getting what are the points you need to prepare. Okay, so total how many hours you have devoted? 8 hours. Now after completing it for 8 hours, you will have 2 hours remaining, and if you are going to cover up those 5 topics within, let's say, 5 hours, you will have the remaining time. So remaining time will be what? 4 hours out of 10. Clear? So now 4 hours, what you need to do, you need to practice the previous year questions, apply the concepts there, and one more thing. So this was about day 1. What you have done in day 1, I'm repeating few points once again, and I will explain it to you. Okay, so have a look at this, what we have considered and how you will do it. So after considering, this was only for day 1. That's why I need to tell you what you need to do in day 2 and what will be the changes. See, day 1, you have you will firstly go through the previous year questions. You will get an idea, select topmost 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever number of topics you are getting there. Just, you can consider 5 topics. If you consider, oh, it will not be possible for me to cover up the 6 topics, only consider 5 topics. Okay, so 5 topics, the topmost important topics, okay, you've selected, or it can vary, this number can vary for you. Now after considering it, you will give your 5 hours, that means 1 hour each topic, okay, and cover up the important concepts here. So this one you devoted 1 hour for analyzing. Clear? Also 5 hours you have devoted for preparing. Now out of 10 hours, how much is remaining? So 1 and 5, 6, but still let's consider 7 you have devoted here. Okay, it may vary, for someone here you can increase, and like overall. Done. After that, what you need to do, and I'm not telling you exactly that you need to sit for continuous 5 hours. No, you can just make the slots of 1 hour, you can make the slots of 1.5 hour, you can make the slot of 2 hour, 1 hour, like that. Whatever way you are comfortable, you need to consider that. And whenever you are sitting to complete the topic, you should be able to focus on the topics. Don't think about the final results. Think this is the time to make the result better. Okay, so this is the time when you are devoting it for completing the topics and all. This is the time which will help you to make the results better. Except that you don't need to consider anything else. Done. After that, you are having, let's say I'm considering 10 minus 7. I have added one more topic, 1 hour extra here. So 10 minus 5 this, 10 minus 1 this, and minus 1 once again, just extra. Done. Because variation you can consider as per the time you need to devote. So you will have total 3 hours remaining. Out of these 3 hours, I want to you to devote, okay, 2 hours for this same subject, out of which 1.5 hour you can consider for practicing previous year questions, for practice part. And you need to do it quickly, little bit quick, not so much, but you should get the points. Quick doesn't mean that you just need to go through, okay, done like that. No, since you are starting, you should even get the points. It should be only that much quick that you are even getting the points. 1.5 hour for practice. Okay, just half an hour for revising the same day preparation you have done. Okay, everything like you have prepared, revision. After that, how much will be remaining? Out of 3 hours, you will have 1 hour remaining. In that 1 hour, last day, whatever you have prepared, that was only day 1 that you can devote total time for that particular subject. But day 2, after that, remaining time you also need to keep for the day 1, day 2. Let's say today is day 3. Okay, in day 1 and day 2, whatever you have prepared, you need to revise that in day 3 too. Also in day 4, whatever you have prepared on day 1, day 2 and day 3, you need to revise all of that along with that particular day preparation you have done. So if you will keep on doing it in this way, you are preparing the topics, you are completing them, you are getting the concepts, also you are revising regularly. So that's how within 18 days, at least with 5 most important topics and most expected topics, at least I'm saying, that means you can even increase it to 8 topics, 10 topics, okay, but you should be able to manage it. But 5 is the minimum thing, okay. After that, if you have completed less number of topics from any subject, okay, or you know that you want to increase 5 more topics in each subject, then what do you need to do? Because till now you will have, after completing 18 days, you will have let's say a practice, a habit, or you will be familiar what exactly is gonna work for you more better. You will get all these things. So now in these remaining 7 days, you can cover up more number of topics, but you have to follow the regular revision thing. You also need to maintain a short note, like you can say a notebook having short notes in it along with the preparation, so that like after completing these 25 days, you will have 5 days more, okay, which will be the remaining days done out of 30. So you can do 5 or 4 days approx, done. So what you can do, let's just reduce it, okay, exactly you can calculate, let's say even 4 or 3 days you are having here. So these days you completely need to devote for revision, because the number of times you can revise the things, that's gonna be very good for you. Don't just think you have revised 10 times. No, if possible, do it 15 times. Revision is always gonna be good for this exam, done. So this is gonna be the strategy for both the categories, guys. I hope you got like each and every point, and I hope everything will be clear to all of you. And still, if you are going to have any doubt anywhere, you can just comment about it. I hope it will work for you. Also guys, you can do it, and even the remaining time you are going to have, okay, you can just utilize it to make your result more better. If right now you are considering that you are ready for the exam, don't stop working for it, okay. Still do the regular revision, try to consider the points more, okay. More means that whatever you have prepared, try to make a more better or good command in those topics itself. Clear? So thank you so much everyone for watching this video till the end. I hope each and everything will be clear to all of you. Also, if you are going to have any doubt anywhere, you can let me know about it, okay. And thank you so much everyone for watching this video till the end. Along with all these important points, I also want to let you know about one more important thing. That is that if you want to get the guidance, okay, still you are having time, then you can take the Unacademy Plus subscription. Also, by using and by applying the referral code, which is Anjali Arora, as it is mentioned here, you can get the 10% discount in the total Unacademy Plus subscription amount, okay. So guys, if you want to get the guidance by all the top educators, if you want to cover up many subjects, many topics together in the remaining time, okay, with the guidance of all the top educators, you can take the Unacademy Plus subscription. Still, when you are going to take the subscription right now, it will help you. There are going to be so many new courses, there are going to be batch courses, there are going to be many individual courses by the different educators we are having on Unacademy Plus. So if you think you want to get the guidance, you want to take the Unacademy Plus subscription, you can take the subscription. It will help you. Also, by using and by applying the referral code, that is Anjali Arora, as it is mentioned here, you just need to write it as it is. That means no space in between, and spelling should be same. So by using and by applying this referral code, you can get the 10% discount in the total Unacademy Plus subscription amount. Also guys, one more thing I would like to tell you here, that see, if you are going to follow the strategy we have considered, that will help you, but all these things together will even help you a lot to do the best possible preparation in the remaining time before the exam, okay. Also, when you will take the Unacademy Plus subscription, you will get so many benefits, like there will be doubt clearing sessions. Also, if any course is going on and you are taking the subscription right now, then you will be able to like get the recordings of the previous classes which have been conducted in that particular course, and you will be able to cover up each and everything, done. So that's all. Like, you will be able to even ask about your doubts in the doubt clearing sessions. There will be mock tests, there will be mock test analysis sessions as well. So these mock tests and mock test analysis sessions will help you to manage your time and everything. Clear? So that's how guys, all these things will help you to prepare for the exam, and whenever you are going to take the Unacademy Plus subscription, you can use and apply the referral code, that is Anjali Arora, as it is mentioned here. Okay, you can write it, you can apply it, and you can get the 10% discount in the total Unacademy Plus subscription amount. One more thing guys, if you are new on this channel, that is Mission Net Physics Exam, then you can subscribe this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below this video. Also, after clicking on subscribe, you will get the bell icon there. You can click on that to get the notifications for the upcoming videos I will provide you on this channel. Okay, thank you so much everyone for watching this video till the end. Also, if your friends are preparing for the exam, you can share this video with them. I hope it will help all the students. Also, believe in yourself, you can do it, and you will surely be able to do it. All the efforts you are going to put to prepare for the exam, okay, from your side, when you are going to give your 100%, okay, it's always gonna give you the best results and better results. Okay, so believe in yourself and you can do it, and start preparing today if you have not prepared it till now. It is possible to just do best or to get good marks in the remaining time preparation as well. Clear? So if you will prepare with complete determination and dedication, you can do it. Clear? Thank you so much everyone for watching this video till the end. Also guys, we are going to start accomplishment series on this channel, that is Mission Net Physics Exam. So stay connected, don't miss the videos. There are going to be very important videos for your upcoming exam. Then thank you so much everyone for watching this video till the end. Thank you.